G'day punters and welcome to another edition of Group 1 Guns. Now, this week we're going to preview, look, some say it's 6 Group 1s, some say it's 5. We're going to go with 6. All right, let's go to the big one. Golden Slipper, world's richest race for 2-year-olds, $5 million in prize money. Coolangatta, She's Extreme, Jacquinot, all receiving support, but we've got a special treat. We're going to go straight to the source. We're going to go out there to Mickey Price. Should we go out there now? Let's do that now. So, Mick, how is Jacquinot travelling?
Look, he's had a pretty good prep. He's obviously hard fit. I'm not sure how much petrol I'm dealing with in the tank of this 2-year-old, you know. He's, I think I've got him right, but he's having a trip to Sydney, a wet track. I think he's $11, $12 chance. He should be every bit of $11, $12 chance. So they sent him to Gerald Ryans, and Sterling Alexiou sent me a photo of my beaming 2-year-old. That's him this morning. So he's very relaxed colt. And I said, "Oh, great, it's not what we want to see as trainers. We want to see bouncing out of his skin." But he said to me, the last horse that did that was Crystal Lily before she won the Slipper. So in every bucket of shit, there's a gold watch.
So Mick, sneaky each way chance, you're saying, mate?
You know what? I reckon he's a better place chance than he is a win chance. I don't want to get kicked by Taliqua here either. She's got those cannons lined up at me. Honestly, I think he's a better place chance than a strong winning chance. So I hope he picks him up. Obviously, I need to train a Slipper winner. But he'll be rear of midfield or, mostly thereof. And Huey's got to have enough horse to finish off on a wet track, first trip away, at the end point of his prep. You've got a bit going against him, but if you like him, I don't know. He's worked super here, but he'll need a bit of joy.
Well, thanks very much, Mick, for your time, and best of luck. All right, boys, what are we thinking? We thinking the same?
Well, it's incredibly hard slipper to digest. You've got Coolangatta, who we haven't seen, hasn't gone through any of the traditional lead-up races. I know he's had a jump out. It's word of mouth, you don't see it, but has come through that really well. But I honestly can't find anything that stands to beat her. I think if she turns up, she's the horse to beat. I'm not too concerned with the draw. I think gets out there, finds it back and finishes off. Sir Jardin gets better, the firmer the footing. So there's a lot. I use the yard a lot to profile this race, given the 2-year-olds and how critical it is to see sort of what types of horses they are and if they'll handle the going and their strength and all sorts of things. But the yard reports I really referred to, and Fireburn was another one. Portelli seems to have a good hand here. The inside draw might be a bit off, but it really finished off hard in that heavy ground, and I thought might want 1400, but I think the distance queries on a couple runners brings Fireburn right into it. And then obviously mixed horse Jacquinot, I reckon the blinkers outside I thought was quite good leading up, and it's just that Melbourne form hasn't stood up in the Slipper for years now. So I'm sticking with Coolangatta. I think the stable will have it spot on. It's a big race. They'll have it ready. So Coolangatta for me, $100 on.
Are you worried that it's unusual preparation going in? Hasn't raced since January?
I'm probably, as much of a concern it is, I think it's almost a positive. Like I trust the stable will have it ready. They're coming into a key race. Did everything, looked after it, and that's critical with the 2-year-olds, I think. And just that jump out, I heard that was going really well and has pulled up really well out of that. So we haven't got any public vision on that, but that's a bit of a word of mouth. But I think if she's there, ready to go, she'll be very hard to beat.
100 ads?
$100 on.
All right. Here we go, the T-Man, Triple T, Mr. T.
Adsy, I do agree with everything you said there, and it's all very valid.
But there's going to be a but here, you watch.
I think the Portellis have got a good handle with Sir Jardin and Fireburn, but I'm a little worried that you said about the Melbourne form doesn't stand up going up to the Slipper because I like one at bet 30 to 1, Sebenak. I thought it was a real nice professional win. It's its first ever win down there at Caulfield. And second start in the Blue Diamond, it did not see clear air the entire straight and motored home to finish a length of him for 4th. I thought there was heaps of merit in it. He's drawn wide, so he's going to need a bit of luck. But at those types of odds, I'm really keen to just see how he goes. And he's got the magic man from the west on, Willie Pike. I'm going to have 50 each way on Sebenak and the Slipper boys.
All right. Well, I'm going She's Extreme. Impressive last start in the heavy. Obviously, this is going to be a lot tougher, but got a good barrier. So 50 each way on She's Extreme. All right, boys. Let's go further south down to the All-Star Mile. Melbourne are trying to get back at us with another $5 million in prize money up for grabs. 10 Group 1 winners in this race. What a field.
Stop it.
It's headed by Zaki, $3.40. Well, let's just head out to our man again, Mick, and see what I'm thunderstruck is. Mick, are you there? Barrier 1, is that going to be an issue?
The plan is for Hail Mary Full of Grace, please let Jai McNeil get a run. That's the plan. But look, I'm very happy with the horse. He's absolutely thriving. His work is super. We've geared him for this run to be at his top. I reckon he is at his top. Having said that, I still think that there's a little bit of improvement race-wise to come from one race to another into the Doncaster. But I've had a good crack at him here. He hasn't missed a beat. His work is strong as. He can win. He just needs to follow the right horses. I mean, if he gets on the back of Zaki's going to take him to 50 metres out, isn't he? But these are the things that Jai has to do. But the horse is absolutely humming.
Thanks, Mick. All right, boys, $6.50 for I'm Thunderstruck. Mick seems confident. Are we going with him?
I want to be, but I'm not going to be. There's plenty to digest since the barriers come out. We've got the two up the top drawing the extremities. We've got Zaki drawn out and I'm Thunderstruck drawn in. I think I've got to go with Zaki. Zaki was fantastic first up, was going to the Canterbury Stakes. We all know that. Dodged the heavy ground and came over. Mile first up has been beaten by Inspirational Girl, who's had the big weight swing. Zaki gets that back now with a 4 kilo advantage. I just think that's really hard to go against. You've got Car on. I like drawn out better than being drawn in. I think gives options, can blend into the race at the right time. Big track. Mile again, I think can make the sustained run if required. And then you've got I'm Thunderstruck in there, probably ducking and weaving, looking for runs. Could be a hard luck story. So I'm sort of going the way of Zaki. But I also want to mention Tafani. If I was confident that horse got the mile, I'd be well in the corner. I think just maps perfectly. There's a rating there, enough on my figures, to have Tafani in the finish. And you look at the mile runs, have been at Group 1 level and hasn't missed by much. So I think Tafani's going to be in the finish, but I'm not just 100% convinced gets the mile. So the way I'm going to play it is have 80 on Zaki to win and 20 on Tafani, just in case.
That was very, very impressive. I'm going Zaki as well. So I don't need to regurgitate that, but that was brilliant. $100 for me, Triple T.
Yeah, mate, let's make it the trifecta. Zaki for me too. Adzi summed it up beautifully. I'm actually really keen on the wide barrier because it's just going to be able to roll into it at its own sort of leisure. Taking a sit behind them, it proved to be what sort of cost it first up, I think. It just lost its momentum and, the 6 kilo difference in weights, that's what told the difference there.
All right, well, thank you very much, boys, for your input. Thank you for watching and best of luck, and we'll see you next week.